Why do female characters always have to be so stupid? Well, not all female characters in films, but just some. So, 2 days ago, I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, starring Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Jonathan Majors, Catherine Newton, Michael Douglas, and Michelle Pfeiffer. Now, a lot of people haven't been that given it praise, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not panned, right? It was. I think it was the best film in the trilogy because they're in the quantum realm, right? But I feel like, oh Jesus, Cassie Lang in this film was such a brat, wasn't she? She was such a selfish, arrogant, childish little brat. I mean, she was brilliant in the first two, right? She was brilliant in the first two, right? I really loved the other actress that played her in Avengers Endgame, but here she fucking sucked. Oh my god, her character was fucking terrible. Basically, the movie was about Scott being appreciated by all his fans, being called Spider-Man by accident. And Scott Lang is a brilliant character. He's such a brilliant character. He was brilliant in his first two films, Captain America: Civil War, Avengers Endgame. He was brilliant here, but here he's just not appreciated by his daughter because when we first see Cassie, right, she gets arrested for shrinking a cop car for the homelessness or something. I don't know, but what kind of pathetic excuse is that? To be fair, right, they should have gotten Emma Foreman back and give Cassie a much more likable storyline. Develop her as a more likable character instead of this snobby, arrogant little brat. And she's like, I know how to take care of myself. No, you don't, because you're just a kid. Do you remember what happened with Yellow Jacket and Thanos? He killed your mother, and Hope, and Hank, and Janet, and got your father stuck in the quantum realm. She's so selfish. So basically, later on, she creates a satellite for deep space, but quantum, which is basically a signal to the quantum realm, right? And Janet is like, turn it off, shut it off now, right? Because Janet knows how dangerous the quantum realm is, right? And they get them sucked in, right? So basically, the team is split up, right? It's just Scott, Cassie, one, and Hope, Hank, and Janet, right? And there's this scene, right, where Scott's like, "We need to get you home." Can you imagine what your mother be to like? Don't use mom as an excuse. You don't care. What have you done? And I'm like, Cassie, you did this. Not your father, not Hank, not Hope, not Janet. You. This is all your fault. You got him into this shit. Does he not deserve a break after everything he's been through? And don't use his past as an excuse. Don't use that as an excuse. You're using his past as an excuse to justify what you've done because it's all your fault. Even when MODOK, or should I say, Darren Cross, right? Oh God, I just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Even when MODOK was like calling her out for her stupidity and arrogance, right? And he should. I mean, she does apologize to Scott for her arrogance and stupidity, right? Oh God, Cassie, you have so much to learn. She was such a brat. Like, even when she was messing around with your woman, I'm saying like, I'm sorry I got your people killed. That doesn't give you a free pass, Cassie. Oh jeez. Cassie Lang in this movie was such an unlikable, childish, spoiled, selfish little brat, being completely disrespectful to her father beforehand. But when they got into the quantum realm, she showed no remorse or regret for her actions, blaming her father for what happened, right? Why are some... I mean, some female characters can be selfish, like Mary Jane Watson from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, Scarlet Witch from Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, Maisie Lockwood from Jurassic World Dominion. Why can't female characters just be treated like properly, like the same way like other heroes do, like Iron Man, Spider Man, Captain America. Well, yeah, Captain America, and Ant Man as well. Scott just is just treated like shit in this film, and I'm very surprised that Janet, Hope, and Hank were okay with. They were so okay with Cassie using her technology, right? Using Hank's technology, his shrinking tech, to shrink a cop car. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? She's an 18-year-old girl. She's an 18-year-old girl, right? And she's messing around with something that she doesn't understand. Like, only Scott and Janet actually call her out for this, and MODOK. And, Jesus. No. Cassie Lang in this movie, I think, was probably the worst character. Yeah, the worst character. She was so unlikable. She was such a child. I mean, she was a child in the first two, but that's because she was only younger. But here, she just sucked. She just sucked big time. Like even after before they met Kang. Before they met Kang, she showed no regret or remorse, knowing it was all her fault. That was just real hardcore selfishness. If they make a fourth Ant-Man film, Cassie Lang has some major redemption arcs to build up. She was brilliant in the first one, but here she fucking sucked big time. She was such a brat. She was such a childish little brat. Anyway, guys, that's all fine.